Hi kids, Mr. Chown here. How are you doing? I hope you're well, and I hope you're remembering to wash your hands lots and lots. So this today is our Key Stage 1 video, and what we're doing, we are going to be looking at using some fractions. Now, what I would really like you to do is work really hard today and listen and have some fun, because today we are going to be talking about fractions. We're going to be talking about the numerator, which is the number on the top, and that's how many bits, and then the denominator, and it's how many bits it's out of. So if I gave you a spelling test and you had 5 spellings and you got 3 right, you would get 3 out of 5. But today we are going to be doing this with some sweets. So what you're going to need for today's lesson, you're going to need a pencil, you're going to need some paper, you might even need a ruler if you want to be really nice and neat. And the exciting bit is you are going to need some sweets. So you can have Skittles, or you can have Smarties, or you can have anything that has a range of colours, but make sure they're not too big. Now, you need to pause the video now if mummy or daddy aren't with you, and you need to go and say to them, Mr. Chown says, I need some sweets. Very, very important. So I'll pause for a minute. You can pause the video and say, Mummy, Daddy, I need some sweets. It's for maths. Now, the first thing you're going to do is count out around 12 sweets. So we're going to count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes next? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now you can use more sweets if you want to, but it gets a bit harder with the bigger numbers. And if you think, oh, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, then you can use fewer numbers as well. You've got to make sure you have a range of different colours, but some of your sweeties should be the same colour. So you can have 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5 of the same colour. So get those counted out, and again, if you need to pause the video, please pause it now. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to draw out our table. Now, on one side we're going to write colour, and that could be green, yellow or pink. Don't use my colours if you've got different colours. You need to look at what colours you've got, and then what you need to do is write down the colours that you have. If you want to be super duper neat, you can use a ruler, but you don't have to if you don't have one. And then you're going to count out each number of sweets for that colour. So I'm pretending now I've got my sweets in front of me, and I'm pretending I've got 5 green. You might have 2 green, you might have 3 green, you might have no green. Then we're going to look at the yellow and the red, or whatever colours you have. So I'm going to pause for a minute, and again, if you need to pause the video while you do this, that would be great. Once you've done it, you can unpause the video, and then we can get back on with what we're doing. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to put all of the sweets of the same colour together in nice, neat little piles. So we're going to move them around. You're going to put all your green ones together, your yellow ones together, your pink ones together, whatever colours you've got. These are going to be our numerator. So this is the number at the top of the fraction that you can see here. What we're then going to do is we're going to write down how many we've got, and we're going to write down how many in total on the bottom. That's our denominator. So we could have 5 of our sweets out of 12 could be green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can start to write down the fraction of our sweets and what colour they are. So if I have 5 green sweets, then my fraction should look like this. It should be 5. 5 is how many green sweets I have, and then 12. That's my total number of sweets. I might have 3 sweets that are yellow, and then I will write a 3 at the top and a 12 at the bottom. So I'm going to ask you now to write out your fractions for each of those sweets. I'm going to pause for a minute, and if you want to pause the video while you get that written out, that would be absolutely brilliant. Next up, now we're going to draw out our fractions. We're going to get them drawn really, really neatly. If you've got a ruler, you can do that. If you are lucky enough to have some square paper at home, that would be brilliant too. But if you haven't, that's okay. You can just draw it. You can use a book to make a straight line, or you can use anything you've got that's got a straight edge on it. But I think a book would be a really, really good idea. Next up, what we're going to do is we are going to colour in how many we've got. So at the moment I can see that my denominator is 12. So I need to make 12 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, my voice went a bit funny there. So I'm going to draw out 12 squares, and then I'm going to colour in how many I have of that colour. And because on the last page I said I had 5 green sweets, I'm going to colour it in green. So let's have a look. I'm going to colour my first one. Ready? 1 green. 2 green. 3 green. 4 green. How many more do I have to do? I have to do 1 more. And that gives me 5 green. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my numerator. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's my denominator. Now, can you do the same for the rest? And if you want an extra challenge and you are feeling a bit hungry with all those sweets in front of you, why don't you eat some of the sweets? Maybe eat 3 of the sweets, or maybe 4 of different colours. And then can you write out and draw your new fractions? So if I've got 12 and I've eaten 3 of my sweets, I'm going to be doing it out of 9. My new number at the bottom, my denominator, is going to be 9. And then I'm going to count out how many sweets I've got left. And I might have eaten 1 green sweet. So it'll be 4 out of 9. Then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm only going to colour 4 of them in. I hope you have lots of fun doing this lesson. I'm going to try and do lots more lessons so that you can do lots of wonderful maths learning at home. And if I went a bit too quickly or you couldn't pause it, down below in the comments, ask Mummy or Daddy to click on the comments section, and what will happen, the video description, and what will happen is it will send them to a link, and they'll be able to see this whole lesson online, and they'll be able to download it for free. I hope you're staying really safe. I hope you're being good for Mummy and Daddy or whoever's looking after you, and I hope you remember to wash your hands. I really hope I see you all soon. Take care.